Good morning. Good morning. Bobby Bridges with Americo. I'm going to be going over the continuation product. It's going to be a fun-filled, packed day with info, but I definitely want to go over some quick hit items up front. Really, the overview is agentcafe.com. Guys, especially for the new folks, if you're new to America or new to FFL, definitely go to agentcafe.com, www.agentcafe.com. It's got some great information and tools. It's got a lot of our microsites you do not need a login for final expense products, for our term products, for our med subs. It's got all the links in there. It's got the quoting tool, the e-app guide, everything that you need, especially even a telephone directory that gives you the key contacts here at Americo. Again, that is agentcafe.com. I highly recommend you save that as a bookmark on your phone or tablet device. And the other, quick few things I want to touch on, which is really the partnership, how fast you guys have grown over such a short amount of time. I definitely think it's the innovative process between us, the partnership, the feedback we've received from you guys, going back to competitive products, what keeps us kind of ahead in the game compared to our competitors, as well as products, rates, process, all that involves in the relationship that we have. But obviously, taking a look over the past few years, back in 2017, you guys were right around averaging about 800, 900,000 a month. Right now, you guys are averaging right around $3.5 million a month. So thank you for the business. We truly appreciate it here at Americo. The other big thing is that obviously in ties with you first and the checks that we send out. I mean, if you think about it, I'm taking a look at the numbers right now. There's an agent out of New Jersey in a 12-month span received $40,000 in bonus payouts, for his 8%. There's another agent out in Atlanta, Georgia that received $32,000 in 12 months with Americo. And that, folks, that's not your comp. That's a bonus to you. I can go down the list, but what the You First details is 8% back to you. Okay, we reinvest back into our products and our producers. All right. That being said, there's a lot of agents in a 6 months time frame. That's why we do it every 6 months that can attain this goal. All you got to do is write $35,000 in a 6 month span. Starts every June 1st, goes through November 30th. And then we cut out everybody checks their first couple weeks in December, right before the holidays. Get your little holiday cash. And then it starts all over again, all right? December 1 through May 31st. And then we get cut out everybody checks first week or so in June, and it gives them a little summer cash. So we think it's a great opportunity. We call it You First. It's 8% back to the agent. You just got to issue $35,000. And if you want to take a look at the qualifications, obviously, go to any of the microsites. It'll tell you on there. But I will tell you, the top 5 receive an additional bonus. It's a bonus on top of a bonus. But first place gets an extra $5,000 all the way down to fifth place, who gets an extra $1,000. So again, and those are for the top qualifiers, top writing agents that got the 8% with Americo in that 6 month time frame. If you look at Medicare supplements, it's 10%. So that being said, kind of HMS product and process, I just kind of wanted to hit on because, folks, there are a lot of exciting things that are going on, not with this new continuation product, which I'm going to touch on and give you the meat and potatoes on. But I just found out this morning that in the state of California, we are now ready to go. It will probably most likely be in the next week or so. But the products that everybody was talking about with the states that we had limitations on, in Florida, PA, New Jersey, Illinois, Ohio, Indiana, where there was limitations on the CBO and the period states, the term where it would only be 30 years only, or you can only write paper, for the state of California now, that was the only product or the only state that we still had limitations on product. Now we don't. Okay, it's just going to be like all the other states. All right, where it's alleviated on the CBO It's all, with paper, it's going to be all on the e-app, and the continuation is going to be with that state as well. And again, I just found out about 5 minutes before we did the call, so I'm a little bit hesitant to go into detail because I know the product I'm going over is a continuation product, but we're just really excited because we finally are going to be able to have California with the continuation product updated just like the regular states and no limitations. So again, kind of going back to the innovation of the instant decision and the product enhancements, okay? And so that being said, let me go ahead and kind of just continue. Again, I'm going to keep this a brief training here, but I wanted to real quick, if for those new folks or for the I should say the veteran agents, with this new release, obviously on the June 28th, just kind of hitting on some of the highlights here is that it's 100% instant decision. A month ago it was, hey, you know what? There about 70 to 80% of the business was an instant decision, but if some obscure occupation or some information that we had on the client that wasn't detailed, it would kick it to an underwriter. Well, now 100% of it is instant decision. Again, competitive premiums, compensation, basically the best process in the industry, in my opinion. And this is for all states here, especially for California, here in the next week or so. No more state variations. So, I mean, again, exciting news, same day draft, a lot of good stuff. So, that being said, we're going to move kind of really to my biggest presentation part of it. And I'm only going to really kind of briefly touch on it for the next 7 to 10 minutes and then kind of leave you as it may, mainly because this is a simple process and product, okay? So really, it's the HMS Plus continuation and the HMS Plus Payment Protector continuation. Now, a few of you have probably watched the training I did when I was getting my head shaved. Thank you, Mike Sizer. But I can at least focus a little bit more on this product without a razor to my head. So we did release this on June 28th, term or permanent. Well, whole life, it's permanent, a little expensive. You got term life, which coverage in and low cost. Well, how about this? Well, why wouldn't you want both permanent coverage and low cost, okay? Permanent coverage for the term market. Why wouldn't you want to have both? This is the exact product that kind of answers that question, all right? So how does it work, all right? Coverage for now and in the future. At the end of the term period, the death benefit will decrease to 10% of the initial death benefit amount. No additional underwriting needed. Premiums never change. Instant decision on e-app. So for instance, just to give you an idea, you're in a house with somebody who's 35 years old, all right? And you say, hey Tom, guess what? You know what? I've got a perfect product for you. It's going to cover all aspects of life. Whether you just graduated college, you're settling down, getting married, having a couple kids, maybe you're getting promoted with your job. Life is just starting for you. You're teeing off, right? Okay? And you're going to be covered the entire time that your kids are going through school. Maybe you had a couple job changes. Maybe you and your wife went on a few different vacations, okay? You're living life and you're covered for that, all right? 30 years from now, what happens with a regular term? Well, it expires. You're basically renting the insurance, right? And what happens at the end of that? You're going to be 65 after that 30-year term. Now you're going to be looking for final expense coverage. And we hope to heck that we're going to be in the same health conditions as we are at 35 as 65. But we both know that that's not going to happen. I can run a 430 mile right now, depends on who you ask at FFL, but at 65, that might be a 530 mile. Still joking, mind you. But that being said, this product, the continuation product, covers all aspects of your life. It's not renting insurance, it's permanent insurance, okay? So, that being said, I'm going to give you a little example here. 35-year-old male, 30 years, for $100,000 in let's say you write them a 30-year HMS plus, 100,000 death benefit for 30 years. Okay, it's $39.81 a month. For a few dollars more, all right, this coverage will never end. That 100,000 death benefit at age 65 will be 10,000 because it turns into 10% of the face amount. So, and again, it doesn't ever change, all right? They would be paying $42.28 a month. So literally just a couple bucks more a month, all right? $42.28 a month. They will be paying from 35 up until the end of their life, all right? And that will cover all aspects of their life, all right? Working years, kids going through high school, college, covering in any chance that they might have a death. It will cover all aspects of it where the family's not going to be left with some type of debt. At the same time, up into retirement, oh goodness gracious, thank goodness they had this plan, because at 65, they're not going to find another plan that's $42 a month. I mean, think about it today. A final expense policy right now, if a client is extremely healthy, all right, for $10,000 for a 65-year-old is anywhere between $60 to $70 a month. Right now. Well, if we all do know, history has a way of just forecasting the future, and premiums or rates are not going to decrease over time. They would only increase. So right now at $42 a month, they're going to be covered for $10,000 when they're 65, let alone any catastrophic event happen to them during their working years. They're covered for $100,000. This is a perfect product for them. So think about that. How about this? I'll give you a different example. And mind you, I do want to tell you the product specs, very similar to our HMS series products. Optional riders, additional insured, children's term, waiver of premium, disability income, etc. Accidental death benefit with common carrier provision. I will tell you that is available until the end of the initial level benefit period. So what I mean by that is the ADB and living benefits. If you wrote a HMS plus continuation, all right, the ADB and the living benefits are through the 30 years, all right? What ceases, okay, during that term period, the only thing that doesn't continue is the ADB, all right? The living benefits will continue with the product, all right? Now, the HMS plus payment protector continuation, the payment protector continuation. What's different about this is extremely affordable. Now, it is a decreasing coverage, all right? But this is why I think I would probably sell this the most, is because most people have a negative connotation when it comes to decreasing term, because what happens over time, right? It decreases, and it decreases to nothing. Well, this one doesn't. This one decreases and plateaus to when it reaches 10%, or obviously the end of the term period that you wrote, whether it's 15, 20, 25, or 30 years, okay? It decreases to 10% of the initial lump sum death benefit. So if you wrote somebody for $100,000 for a 30-year payment protector continuation, when it hits that 30 years, boom, it is 10%. Okay. Now to give you a little bit of an idea on price on this one, and I just have a few minutes left, but this is affordable decreasing death benefit product. All right. So payment protector. All right. Right now, if you just wrote a regular payment protector that decreases to nothing on a 45-year-old male, $59 a month, all right? But if you wrote a payment protector continuation, all right, it decreases down to 10%. So 100,000 turns into 10%, so 10,000 at age 65. They're only going to pay from 45 years on, okay, they're going to pay $65 a month, $65.90. Folks, if you came across a 75-year-old right now for $10,000 death benefit, you're looking anywhere between $115 to $125 a month. All right. Right now, you've got a plan that will cover this person, their working years up into retirement. Well, actually, after retirement, because 75. All right. So a 45-year-old male, a 30-year plan, permanent coverage, they're going to be paying $65 a month. That is absolutely competitive. absolutely competitive. So again, for the HMS Plus Payment Protector continuation, benefit periods, I told you 15, 20, 25, or 30, and to age 70. If you have questions on that, please reach out to me. 10% of initial face amount after initial level death benefit ends. Death benefit paid in monthly income payments. Again, very similar product specs as the payment protector. Disability income waiver premium, voluntary unemployment waiver premium, all that good stuff. Again, but if you're asking me, right, what I would do in this particular situation, if I'm selling the product, I would do a combination sale. All right, I would either sell the payment protector continuation in conjunction with a CBO, because you could write both of them. So, you write the HMS Plus continuation or the HMS Plus Payment Protector continuation, and then write a HMS Plus 125 CBO. Because at the end of the day, that's basically hedging your bets, right? You're going to be protected. You're also, if you're a betting person, I'm going to bet on myself that I'm going to definitely outlive that term period. Well, then you get a big chunk of money back. Oh, and hey, mind you, I'm also going to have coverage. Since I'm going to get all that money back on the CBO, I'm already going to have a cheaper final expense policy than anybody out there known to man, and it can never be replaced. So that being said, this product does have renewals. Check with your upline manager on it. It's a great product that we think is solid. It's a permanent life insurance product. Okay? I can't even fathom to begin how great we have positioned this product. I think it's going to sell like hotcakes. And then if you guys have any questions, definitely reach out to myself or your upline, and look forward to hearing from you in the future. Take care. Thank you for the business.